Not too long ago, I was having a discussion with the Goodchilds, and I said the day is going to come when September 11th is going to be like December 7th. And it's only inevitable. The hard edges that everybody felt about 9/11 have been smoothened by time. It's like dust on a mantle. Slowly time goes by and a little bit of dust settles and a little bit of dust settles, and it builds to the point where you just don't have that same raw emotion. But conversely, it's a very thin veneer, and it doesn't take much to penetrate it. And then once you penetrate that veneer, all the emotions and everything comes roaring back.
When I heard that they were naming a bridge, after Shawn and Lynn, a bridge between Attleboro and Pawtucket, that just, I was like, wow.
That bridge connects the two cities, Pawtucket and Attleboro, where they both lived.
Bridges in general, bringing people together, that's what they were very good at. Bridges take you places, and they went everywhere.
I don't want people to be sad. When you think of Lynn, it's hard to be sad because she was just such a spirit, like a real light. I never had the confidence that she had as a child. She was really very confident. And she really took care of herself, basically, growing up.
Shawn was full of energy, always upbeat, lift everybody's spirits and motivation, and just a lot of fun to be with.
He met Lynn Goodchild, his sweetheart, at Bryant. They were like soulmates.
Sometimes you meet somebody, like a girlfriend for the first time, and they might be a little shy or hold back a little bit. Right for the first time you met her, she was boom. She was not intimidated, not nervous.
We all just liked her immediately, and she definitely had the personality that matched Shawn, if not even was even more so as far as her energy and her enthusiasm for everything that they did.
They liked the spontaneity of the moment, just going and doing something.
She said, I knew I was going to marry him, but I only wanted a year engagement. And we still had school. They were going for their master's degree at Providence College. And she said, 1 year and a half in the school, then we'll get engaged, and then we'll get married within a year. So she had it all planned that way.
Well, they were going to Hawaii, and they were leaving out of Boston. I was just getting onto 93, and I saw dozens of police cars go screaming by me. They said that they were shutting down the airport and that there was a plane that struck one of the towers. Your first thought was that it's a private plane.
Lynn's plane took off at 8:14. So I said, there's no way. She was way beyond New York by then. And all of a sudden I heard Bill go, oh my God, oh God, another plane just hit the building.
There were parts of the day where we got misleading information where, okay, his flight's safe. And so we were relieved, but then it wasn't. And it's just the worst day of my life.
I wasn't crying. I couldn't cry. I said, it's too deep to cry. If I start crying, I'll never stop.
My name is Bill Goodchild, and I'm Lynn's dad. This is from Senator Kennedy. He called us the day of, and then he sent the letter. And then this is from George and Laura Bush. So this is us at Ground Zero on the 5th anniversary. And actually this little baby here is named after Shawn. This fellow went to high school with Lynn, and he was wounded in Iraq. And when he came home, he presented us with this in a note. I earned this medal for service over in Iraq. In my heart, I truly believe that you and your family deserve it. Sincerely, Keith A. Shepard.
What was really strange about Lynn is she was only 25, but we used to go walking when she'd come home from work. And one day she said to me, you know, I have a guardian angel. When I was whitewater rafting, I went under the raft. Water was rushing up my nose and I knew I was drowning. And I thought, this isn't such a bad way to go. And she said, as soon as I thought that, I felt like pressure on my shoulders and I popped up out of the water. So she said, so I realized that my guardian angel will be with me when the time comes. And if they're not with me, then nothing's gonna happen. So that was very helpful to me because she felt like when her time came, the guardian angel would be with her.
The support immediately following from everybody, from the entire world, literally the world. Friends from Australia were reaching out and sending their condolences. And it was very quickly after that American Power Conversion reached out and said, we want to have a scholarship in Shawn's memory. And then Putnam Investments, like I said, they want to do the same for Lynn. And then to now see 20 years later, it's just a testimony to what Shawn and Lynn meant to everybody that they touched. Both epitomized the idea that you grow through your experiences and through challenging yourself. Every day is a gift, so we need to make the most out of that. It was really the dedication of the bridge where we had, all three of our children to be there for that moment, which was really great.
Sometimes over Shawn's birthday, I'll go over the bridge.
I felt like the bridge connected more than Pawtucket and Attleboro.
It's a sort of continuation. Who knows what Pawtucket boy is going with an Attleboro girl today?